Hi guys, I'm Heaton here with a summary of the first half of the CSGO year together with Pinnacle. And yeah, wow. I don't know what to say. It's been the best CSGO half year that we ever had in the history of CSGO. It's 23 years old, the game that we all love. And never have we seen such an exciting season as we have now. It's utterly insane. I mean, FaZe finally winning the major after choking in versus C9 last time, and Kerrigan finally getting I get goosebumps from this, and having the best finals in a big tournament ever with FaZe versus Navi recently in Cologne. It was best of five. I normally dislike best of five, but this was a best of five games. It deserved a best of five, and hence that's why they have it, and it was beautiful to see. And I think it summarized the whole season that we all been watching. Beautiful Counter Strike, and our game is more alive and better than ever. I think it's amazing, and I'm honored to be a part of it. If you look at the teams that I want to go into, I have five teams here that we're going to go into a little bit. I'm going to start with Navi. Being the first team in the world, or the best team in the world for such a long period, having the best player in the world, simple. I mean, it's been quite smooth sailing from them. They're winning the major, etc. Then obviously a lot of things happened in their home countries that they can't affect. And I have to say, Navi, I mean, even though Boombla is gone, or Boomish, or whatever he's how he's pronouncing it, I think it's safe to say that in my book, the Navi players have, I mean, they've been performing so much better than I would expect from them. I think it's beautiful to see that they still have the passion in the game, and it's beautiful that we get to see them play. And I'm not sure if SDI is the right player for them, honestly. I think it did a very good tournament on an individual level, but you could see, not sure if it's a lack of time or communication together or what it was, but you could see some minor errors. You're actually putting Navi in a pretty rough spot, even though SDI played great on an individual level. I don't think Navi are happy with that, since they're normally a very organized team and don't make errors like that. But it can be that it's a new player. But I do believe that we're going to see Navi being the best team in the world again sometime during this or next year, in my book at least. Going into FaZe, goddamn, what a journey they have. First team in the world to win Katowice, the major, and Cologne that same year. It's just like this in my book. Insane. Robin being one of the absolute best coaches out there. It's insane. I had the honor to play with him for many years. He's a good friend of mine, and his passion for the game, it's amazing to see. And the small details of everything mixed together with a big brain like Kerrigan, utilizing when you have stars like Brookie, Rain, Rops, Twists in the team. They're actually utilizing all of them to the maximum, and that's when you get this team, especially if you're in game leader. Kerrigan start fragging as he did as well. It's insane. They actually, the first time you build a super team and it's actually working. I mean, they're the best team in the world now, hands down. They're having a very exciting year. Hopefully, getting a little bit break now, because you could tell before my prediction before Cologne was actually, that FaZe was going to be a bit burned out, because he competed in so many tournaments in between. They lost the final. It was online, but versus Big, and they're way better than Big at the moment. I was actually scared for them, but they managed to win this, and I'm so impressed. One team, though, that I'm not very impressed about is Vitality. Having, Saiwu has been one of the top two, top three players in the world for so long, adding Dupree and Magis, who in my book are some of the best players in the world. Utterly insane. And Dupree actually starting going up in his individual form as well. They should have performed so much better than they are. I I touched on it before, but I think that the reason why Vitality is not succeeding, because they have the firepower, don't get me wrong, to even beat Navi and FaZe, but it's the communications. Both the players from Denmark, Dupree and Magisk, has been only communicating in Danish before, and we have Saibu, Opix, and Masuta has been communicating in French before, and I believe that both those groups of players have a hard time communicating. You can see, on Dust 2, typical example, somebody goes down in the tunnel. It takes 2 seconds for the guys in mid and or actually on A or C spawn to start rotating and actually catching up with what's going on. B is open, and they're already in. The round is lost, and it's you don't have half a sec, 1 second, 2 seconds. You don't even have half a second before your call should come out, and somebody should understand what's going on, because it's such a small margins in this beautiful game at the moment, which is beautiful. So that's, if you look at vitality, I'm not sure if we're gonna see the Danish players and the French players play together again. I'm not sure if they can actually manage to figure it out in time before the expectations from a huge org like Vitality is going to be, or the pressure is going to be too immense on them. Going into NIP, I mean, they got my second favorite player in the world, Device, after Simple. Is an amazing person and player, and they started out winning the only, it wasn't a full event, but with IEM Europe, when Device came, showed a little bit in the major compared to what was expected from them, and then Device disappeared, and they've been struggling since, really bad in my book. Rumors was that Hampus was about to call in, put me on the bench because I don't want to play with academy players anymore, and they've been rotating players like no one else. It's been quite sad story actually to see it. And Easy Tag was struggling for so long when he did it, but actually now, recently, starting to put up numbers and playing with more self-confidence and actually doing a good job. Plopsky not delivering on the level he should deliver and did in the beginning of JDL, and Res is, for some reason, more unstable than ever. He's like top 3, top 5 in the world when he's on fire. Insane aim, but he's going like this. You don't know what kind of res you get, and you can't expect to have a top tier res, and if you don't, you lose. He was playing a lot better when he had Device in the team as well. I think it made him feel secure and safe for he's still a young guy, Res, to do that. The potential is there in him, but I don't see this roster with NIP. I mean, considering the resources NIP have, the legendary name and everything, I think it's a failure on all fronts from them to be performing. And actually, I know they don't, I mean, communicating the whole Device thing. I mean, obviously they did when it first got released, but looking at it, I mean, there's thousands of people out there wondering what's the status with Device, and if they don't have a status update, they should build a team, with players that can do it in the long run, not morphine solutions like they're doing right now. It's I do not believe, and this breaks my heart to say, that NIP has it in them to do this good with this roster, and I'm not sure if the people behind as well are competent enough to make this successful as it is, because it would have made, if you had someone else at the position that knows the industry, they would have made so many other things, in my book at least. And this is, I love the guys in NIP, both on the management level and player level, but it's obviously it's not working out. Something needs to be done. I don't feel happy with seeing NIP. Woo, they made it to playoffs and they're out. It's kind of sad to see. Actually, what we're seeing right now is the worst Counter-Strike status, or state of Swedish Counter-Strikes that we have ever seen since the launch. And it's really sad. There is potential in it, but they just need to grab it. And I really hope NIP get a hold of themselves and actually do something. If the Device is not coming back after this player break, they need to start building a team where Device is not a plan on it. If he comes back, great bonus, but not, spending 8 months doing nothing, in my book, to want to win tournaments. It's if they're saying that, it's wrong, because they could have built the team totally different, in my book. Yes, they're buying Brawlan, he's been performing somewhat good, but it's not enough. It's not enough in my book. And I really hope that we get to see old school NIP coming back soon. And then jumping into the team, I want to have my eyes watching really closely this end of this year. Movistar Riders, coming in as a Tier 2 team, it's been a hell of a journey for them. Winning DreamHack Valencia, then moving over to the Plains in Cologne, doing great job there as well, and go. I mean, we're making it all the way to the semifinals, having Sampaio spearheading them. Wow, what a journey! What a journey for Spanish esports and CS. It's been insane. It's beautiful to see. I mean, my sources tells me, or my sources, Twitter tells me that Movistar Riders has, a lot of, all the best possible environment to develop as a team, with all the physical, mental coaches. Everything is top notch from them, from being, partnered with Movistar, which is a huge ISP in Spain. And to see what you can do when you put that much resources on a team. This is a Tier 1 team, in no doubt about it. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see them win a Tier 1 tournament soon. I mean, because they have a lot of talent in that team, together with all the best things on the side that can help this team develop. It's been a Cinderella story, and I only think we have seen the beginning of it. So it's going to be super exciting to see how they can end the year and going into the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you guys when the season starts again. Have a great week.